guys, what's up? Tori here. So I'm here today for my 10-week pregnancy update video. Yes, I'm officially 10 weeks, hit double digits in this pregnancy journey, in the number of weeks I am along. And so I'm just here to do this update for you guys now. I'm actually 10 weeks and 2 days today. Today is Monday, May 18th. So just kind of to let you guys know that. And so we're gonna go ahead and get into this. First, we're gonna start off with baby's stats. Baby is now about the size of a kumquat, or about 1¼ inches long. So it's so crazy to think that like not that long ago my baby was only like that big, and now it's like, you know, that like it's, I don't know, it's kind of cool to think about, like that it's growing in there. Other things that are now developing on the baby, I have my notes written here, so if you see me looking down, it's now starting to get like some tiny little features going. So like there's tiny bits of hair starting to form and tiny little buds for its teeth, like forming like under its gums, obviously. And its elbows and other joints that bend are starting to form as well. And its digestive system is completely functional by this point. And its heartbeat can now not only just be seen on an ultrasound, but it can also be heard and detected very easily. So they say at this point, like because of that, like statistics show that because of that, your chances of miscarriage decrease a bit, and then obviously the chances of miscarriage decrease even a lot more once you hit your second trimester. But there's a great decrease in miscarriage already at this point, especially if you have already seen or heard your baby's heartbeat at that point. So that is everything with baby. And then now I'm going to talk about me in this last week. Whew, guys, in this last week it's been a little bit rougher in the land of pregnancy. I have had a lot more nausea in this last week, especially starting last week. Wednesday was really bad. I just was like nauseous all day long, never to the point where I thought I was gonna throw up. I shouldn't say that entirely. Like later in the evening, I hit one point where I did think I was gonna throw up. Like I even grabbed like a bowl and brought it by myself by the couch, because I was like sitting and laying on the couch, and I brought a bowl over there and like held a bowl over by it and just kept a bowl close by, because at one point I did really think I was gonna throw up, and also I just kind of like almost wanted to throw up, just thinking like if I just throw up then maybe this feeling will go away and I'll feel better. Like Wednesday all day long just was a rough day, and like along with the nausea like came food aversion. So like, and it was so weird because it's like I felt like I had to eat every so often because it helped kind of keep the nausea a little bit less. But like there was only certain things that sounded good, so it's like I would literally just walk up to my refrigerator and cupboard and just pull out whatever sounded good, which crazy enough, like the things that sounded good were not like super unhealthy things, like thankfully. But it still was kind of, it made like eating a bit rougher, even though like all the choices I made were still like pretty healthy, but it definitely was, it made things kind of rougher eating wise. And two, I was so emotional and easily irritable on Wednesday too. Like especially the dogs, like everything the dogs did made me so annoyed. Like I was getting so easily annoyed with the dogs, to the point that Matt had a bag of chips sitting by like his rocking chair, and his black lab Hunter was like whining and being so annoying. He was barking at everything. He was doing it like all day and driving me nuts, and like he would not stop. And it got to the point I was so annoyed, like I picked up that bag of chips because it was just the closest thing to me, and I threw it at him. Like I was so annoyed, and it was like after I did it, I just was like, why did I just do that? But like it was like I was so, and it made him stop. Like it kind of caught him off guard and made him stop, and he went and laid down and like was good, and like it didn't hurt him. Obviously, it was a bag of chips. It wasn't even a full bag of chips. It was like a quarter of a bag of chips. So like obviously like it wasn't anything that hurt him or anything like that, but like it was so like I was like getting so pissed at the dogs all day long, and it was just ridiculous. And late, and like I even was like crying at the end of the evening, like just from, I don't know, not feeling good, and my emotions just were so out of control. Like it was kind of ridiculous. And so Wednesday was super rough with that, and then Thursday was better, but still not great. Like it was better than it was Wednesday, but Thursday still just was, it was kind of a so-so day. Still wasn't feeling great. And then Friday definitely was the first day that I was feeling much better. And then Saturday, I really felt pretty good on Saturday until like in the evening. And then even yesterday, Sunday, I felt pretty good pretty much all day. I've definitely noticed too that for whatever reason, I feel worse in the evenings than I do earlier in the day. And I've noticed too that definitely by later in the day, like I will start even feeling like really gassy and bloated at the end of the day, which then doesn't like help my nausea either. Like I think that's also kind of what makes me start to feel more nauseous. And I definitely noticed that like I have to eat, so like I can't let myself get too hungry or that will start triggering the nausea. And all of that too. And along with this too, I've had a lot more fatigue and tiredness. Like I've actually been taking naps in the afternoons pretty frequently and still able to go to bed like without much issue at night. Like, so yeah, definitely noticed that a heck of a lot more. And then probably the other thing I can mention that I guess maybe can go with the tiredness a little bit is I have officially changed up what I've been doing for a workout. Because before I found out I was pregnant, I started doing my Country Heat like dance workout DVD that I had again since the gym closed and all that. So I started doing that for a workout, and then also on top of it, if it happened to be nice outside and a decent day, I would go take a little walk as well. In the last like week, maybe week and a half or so, I just started noticing that Country Heat has been like, I feel like I've been getting more like out of breath doing Country Heat, and it just has been feeling like a lot more of a difficult workout than what it was. And it's like I've been doing it regularly, so why it started feeling so tough, like it just was kind of like odd to me. And then it kind of hit me like I'm pregnant, like my body is producing more blood flow, more fluid, like, and I'm carrying a human and growing a human. Like it's probably just in general starting to feel like it's probably a little bit of an intense workout for my body. And that it's not even really like a super crazy intense workout, but it is a pretty like continuously it's a fairly fast-paced moving workout. And so I just kind of was noticing like it's just starting to get tough, and like some of the moves were starting to feel really uncomfortable and all of that. So, and it, like, I don't know, I felt like it took me more to get through the workout. Like I was tired more through the workout too. So starting this week, I've decided I changed it up, and actually today for the first time I found a like prenatal workout on YouTube that seemed like fairly decent to try, and I tried it this morning and it actually felt pretty good, and it was like I liked the pace of it and it felt pretty good. I felt pretty good doing it. So I'm now kind of changing up my workouts, and I'm still going for a walk every day, as long as the weather cooperates. Today is a really nasty rainy day, so obviously won't be going to take a walk at all today. I'll be pretty much stuck inside, but I guess I'll just kind of instead make it a goal to get up and like walk around the house every so often or something. But yeah, so I have kind of done that too. That's the other update with me. I've definitely noticed some food aversions, like certain foods just always sound, like I said, that kind of goes with the nausea too, like certain foods just sound better than others. I really have not had any cravings for anything at all. Like I literally no cravings. Like it's just a matter of what sounds good and what doesn't sound good. Crazy enough, like the stuff that has been sounding good hasn't been like super unhealthy. Like it's been a lot of like what sounds good is like fruits and vegetables. Eggs still always sound good. I will say some like carbs do tend to almost feel a little bit better on my stomach than like meat does. Like I have noticed that, but still like dairy it still does fine. Fruits and vegetables are still really good to me. So yeah, right now it's just kind of more like aversions, what sounds good, what doesn't sound good. I really have not had any crazy cravings for anything in this last week at all. So yeah, that's been pretty much everything. And then the one other small thing I wanted to quick mention that I forgot to mention in the last video is I actually have been scheduled for another ultrasound in this first trimester, and that ultrasound is scheduled for June 1, and it's over at the maternal fetal medicine office, like through my like doctor office facility. And so and like at first, like when I got that call actually the day after I had my initial ultrasound, and I was like, well, I already had an ultrasound, do I need another one? because I thought that was odd, and they were like, oh yeah, it's just like a first trimester, like check on the baby, make sure everything's still going good, and everything's going good. So I just was like, oh, okay, like just routine. And like, I don't know, it still seemed kind of weird to me. So I looked back, because like I have my doctor's like office puts everything on this like app, so like you can go back and look at all your records and stuff, and like all your like old ultrasounds and blood work and all that. And like I pulled up the ultrasound report on there, and like everything was good on my last ultrasound, but they did mention that I have bariatric surgery status. So I'm thinking that's also part of it, is because I have bariatric surgery status, they just want to make sure that like both me and baby are still doing good throughout this whole thing. Like I'm still taking in enough nutrients for both of us, and baby's still growing it the way it's supposed to, and like all that. So I think that's probably kind of why, because like I'm going to have the ultrasound done, and then right after that I'm having an appointment with a doctor over at the maternal fetal medicine office. So yeah, like the whole thing will probably be like an hour long, because like it's literally the ultrasound, and then right after the ultrasound is the appointment. So yeah, and then I still have my first prenatal appointment with my actual doctor on June 3. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to update on that, and that is basically everything. So yeah, really not a whole ton. I mean, there has been some more like pregnancy symptom things going on, but that's pretty much it's all the updates for me and baby and how things are going at this point. I'm definitely very excited to officially be like in double digits wise. That means I only have 3 weeks until I'm officially into the second trimester, because when you hit 13 weeks is technically like when you start your second trimester. So I'm really excited about that, because then we'll officially be able to make it like completely publicly known, because at this point the only people that know are family knows, and then like obviously like for me like a few like close friends and people that I'm really close to do know as well, but otherwise like no one else knows. And so I'm really looking forward to being able to finally make it like officially public to everybody, so I can stop having to keep it a secret and all that. But now we're gonna go ahead and get onto the bump update. I really don't feel like I've grown really any in this last week. Like I said, I feel like I have been a little bit more bloated the last few days, so if anything I probably got some serious bloat going on, but otherwise not a huge update. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you the bump anyway, so you guys can just see where I'm at now. So I'll just go ahead and back you up a little bit here. So this is, we'll back you up a little bit more so you can see even better. Okay, so this is with shirt on. So to the side, front, to the side. And I'll go ahead and roll shirt up, leggings down. I'll roll my tank top up too. So yeah, fold the leggings down a little bit and show you guys this way. So if anything, it's probably major bloat. Like I said, I still have the feeling like I definitely am starting to get a teeny bit of a bump down here, but nothing super significant. I mean, you guys can leave your thoughts in the comments below. But so yeah, this is facing both sides, facing forward. Obviously facing forward doesn't look like anything, but to the side, I mean, at this point it just kind of looks like I'm a little bloated, if anything. Like nothing, I mean, I don't really like look pregnant. Like if anything, I just look a little bloated, or like I put on a few pounds. But yeah, so that is everything, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.